Well, Kathleen, you and I have known each other for a little while, and you had shown some interest in the health program and course that I held. Can you tell me what intrigued you about that course or what I held?
Well, I mean, we've known each other actually for 14 years now. There's a lot of trust with you, and you did not really make much of your own personal health issues very public. So when you went public with this and saying you wanted to have these sessions on basically using food as medicine, how to nourish your body, I have so much trust in you because I've known you for so long that there's a lot of trust built up there, and I know you well enough to know that you are very healthy. And I thought, well, this is a great opportunity for me to learn something from Adrienne. And I was already on a path of I want to get better. I want my diet and my lifestyle to be better, and I knew I needed to do that at my age. And so I felt like the trust factor was one, and then two, the idea of figuring out a healthy way to eat and knowing that you had had some success with it. That really was what intrigued me and got me to attend that first session.
Cool. So when I talked about green smoothies and I did a demonstration, what did you think about that?
I wasn't sure because the idea of drinking a salad in the morning really kind of was a little weird, but I gotta tell you, Dave, my husband is amazed because I have had a green smoothie almost every single morning since October of 2022. Almost every single morning without fail. And I couldn't start my day without them. Honestly, I have a green smoothie and a hard-boiled egg and I'm ready to go.
I love that. Nice. So what did you think about the challenges that I put out almost weekly? Remember? So I put out green smoothies, drink those, drink more water, stop sugar, stop eating sugar, take out gluten, right? There were quite a few challenges. So tell me like how that went and maybe what was the most challenging for you?
Well, I think the green smoothie at first, honestly, was the most challenging because a lot of the other things I was either already doing or kind of on the path to do. And like I said, drinking a salad in the morning was not something that I was really excited about. But I love the idea of the challenges, and I love them because it kind of, I don't want to say it gamifies the program, but it does give you goals. And I think it's important if you're going to make a lifestyle change like this. And for me, it was a big one, a really big one. I think you need to have goals, and small goals are better than one big goal and saying, at the end of this, I will make all this big change. I think by chunking it down, it really helped to make those over those 9 weeks or however many weeks it was. It really helped to make that attainable. And eventually, obviously, I got to the place where I love the green smoothie so much. I always make sure I have greens in the house, and I am really upset if I don't have the ingredients to make the smoothie in the morning.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. I know everybody's different, but how long do you think it took you on this program to realize that this is actually working for me?
I think when I finally really made it a priority when I got my diagnosis in October of 22, I want to say it was the awakening that I needed, like that uh the urgency. I felt the urgency of making the change. And so that's when I would say I fully committed to it, along with the plant-based diet. It took 3 months for me to realize that, wow, this is life changing. This has changed my life in ways I never anticipated. I never expected to A, lose 55 plus pounds, and B, to feel as good as I did in my 20s. I'm 59. and I feel as good as I did in my 20s. Now, I feel my age, like my joints and stuff like that, every now and then will remind me you're not 20 years old, but I do have the energy that I had when I was in my 20s. I feel like I have the health, the robustness of my health that I had when I was in my 20s. And I want to say it took about 3 months to really recognize, because it's slow. It's such a slow change as it's happening that really you don't notice until suddenly you hit a certain point and you go, wow, I feel great. Wow, I am fitting in different clothing. I have an energy level I have not had in so long, and I'm sleeping, and all of these wonderful things that just went along with feeling healthier. You have a sense, I think, of your body. You know your body. You know inside your body. You are living in it all day, every day. And I really had a sense that I was on the right track and I was doing the right thing because I feel and I felt then healthy.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I've got one more question.
Okay.
So throughout the process, did you have an aha moment? And then tell us like um, how you felt afterwards. I mean, well, you just said and you felt amazing, but what was your aha moment? And when was a moment where you thought, okay, I'm going to get back to health. I'm going to get back to where I used to be when I was 20 years old.
Well, my aha moments in your sessions that you held were early on, and it was hearing stories from you, from the others who shared their stories too, and hearing that they had really, really positive changes in their life and in their health as a result of this. And that was the first aha moment. The next aha moment was probably the challenges that opened my eyes to that the changes can happen. And because it was done in small, like a week at a time and 1 week goals, it really, that was an aha moment of, because it always felt so overwhelming thinking about making big lifestyle changes like this, just no guidance, nobody to help you, no idea really what you're doing and if you're doing the right thing. And so I think those challenges were another aha moment that, wow, you can do this. You just have to break it down into little chunks. And then you can accomplish what you're trying to accomplish in the long game, for the long haul. And I would say the last aha moment was that was when I was actually walking the walk or walking the talk, doing it when I was actually doing it. That aha moment was when I finally saw 3 months in a miraculous result. And in at the end of all this, and it's not over, it'll never be over until, I'm always going to be on this journey. The miracles that have come out of this have brought me to my knees in tears, just in immense gratitude for the way this has truly and 100% changed my life and my health and my outlook for the rest of my life.